Hello, and welcome to Hams Radio. I am Hams. Whether you are a new or returning viewer, I just wanted to say thank you for your support. If you are new to my channel is all about finding a life after trauma. I will be showing the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to my own healing journey in hopes that it will help you with yours. If that sounds like something that would add some positivity to your life, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so you don't miss out on what I'm doing over here. Today, I just kind of wanted to talk about a video I just watched that I'm going to start applying to me, my life. And I just wanted to share that. If anyone wants to join in and start applying this, I'd like to hear some feedback about how it's changing and how your life is improving or the challenges or whatever you want to share. So I watched this video by Heidi Priebe. I will throw down her video if you want to go watch it in the description or in the cards or something. It will be available to click. Her video on self-abandonment. What is it and how to stop doing it? She is talking about her 6 months of work as she's trying to develop a secure attachment style. And there's four attachment styles: secure, there's avoidant, anxious, and fearful attachment styles. So me currently, I have a fearful and an anxious attachment style, which seems contradictory, but so there were things in this video as she's describing how to start having those healthy relationships and healthy, secure attachment style. And these are things that I feel like I just need to share. And this is something I'm definitely going to, like I said, apply to my life. So she says to talk to yourself like a 4-year-old, meaning parent yourself like a 4-year-old, because we all have that inner parent. We all have the inner child. And what we needed to start doing is taking care of that inner child as if a, a parent. We need to parent ourselves. And she talks about imagining if you actually had a 4-year-old. And if you are watching people treat this 4-year-old the way you're allowing yourself to be treated by other people or yourself, would you allow that person to continue to treat that 4-year-old the way you're allowing people to treat you? And she goes on to say about when you have to tell yourself, part of yourself, that you cannot be seen, you're too shameful, you're too bad, there's a part of you that is wrong, and you cannot show that to the world, you're rejecting a part of yourself for a need to have these external praises, external approval. You are denying a part of yourself so you can be accepted by your family, by your friends, by your coworkers, by strangers. And she goes on to say, no amount of external praise, validation, acceptance, approval is ever going to be enough to fix the wounds we are inflicting on our inner child when we reject them by hiding them away. I know I do this a lot. I want to be accepted by people, so I am figuring out what I think they want. And I try to mold, if I try to mold myself to be who they want me to be, I have to reject part of myself. And that's never fun. You're rejecting a part of yourself. Um, Again, if you were a 4-year-old and you were telling this 4-year-old that they were bad, they're wrong, they can't be seen by other people. They don't deserve to be seen, to be recognized. That's not very nice. Like, you would never tell a 4-year-old that, ever. You don't tell 4-year-old they're not good enough, they're not worthy. But this is sometimes some internal messages that we have towards ourselves. So she gives a couple of ways to stop this rejecting, this self abandonment. She says, refuse to give your inner child the message that there is something shameful, wrong, or bad about them that they must hide. The more we gain our own self respect, ironically, the more people are going to be drawn to us. Another way she says to go about this is tell the truth. She says telling the truth is not going to give us what we want in life. What it does is shows us where we are not in alignment. It brings to the front where there's inner conflict. If there's inner conflict, this is very hard on the nervous system. If there's inner conflict, there's going to be a sense that you're under threat. You're always going to be kind of on alert. If you have to hide um, who you are, there's going to be anxiety. There's going to be these negative emotions coming out because you have to deny yourself. And the more you have to lie at your work, more you have to lie around your friends, more you have to lie around your family or whatever it is, the more inner conflict there's going to be. And at least now you know, oh, okay, I'm not being able to be myself in these situations. There's always more conflict when this person is around, or when I'm here, or when I'm doing that. She goes on to say, sometimes a parent will sacrifice for the good of the child. What can your inner parent do for the good of your inner child? She describes having this opportunity. She said it would open doors for her, it would get her in the right networking circles and all of these other benefits. But she also knew that by accepting this opportunity, which it would be a great opportunity for her, she knew she would have to reject a part of her. I forget if she said major or just a little part, but a part of her in order to do this. And she said, even though it created this, it was this huge opportunity, what she had to sacrifice, what she had to deny of herself was going to be too big. She goes on to say, and this would be, I guess, her inner, it would be her inner child having a problem with this opportunity. Even though the parent recognizes it's a good opportunity, there's some inner conflict with her inner child. She ended up denying the position. She ended up not taking this opportunity, whatever it is. She goes to say to make sure you tend to the most vulnerable part of you, the inner child, the wounded part of you, the inner child. Tend to the most vulnerable part of you, because that will be at the highest risk for protest. So these inner portions of you that you're denying are not going to stay silent. They're going to create resistance inside of you. It's going to create some pain. It's going to create anxiety, depression, something, some kind of pain in one way or another. And this is showing you that something's out of whack inside. So if we make sure the most vulnerable part of us is taken care of in every decision, that means we are going to stay more in tune, and we're not going to be sacrificing a lot of our energy to hide who we are to please other people. Remember, no amount of external anything will ever make up for the wound being inflicted by denying a part of yourself. The more you start applying this, and I'm going to see how it goes for me. I'm going to start doing this, and I'm going to see how my life changes as I apply this. The best explanation she gave about, I think for me, about what behavior you will accept, what kind of talking to you'll be tolerate, what kind of boundaries you're going to set. If you feel bad about setting boundaries, she said, imagine you walk into the room of your 4-year-old and you're hearing an adult tell them anything. If you think that is not right, don't allow it for yourself, because the inner child inside of you doesn't like it, and the parent part of you should be correcting it. So if setting boundaries to keep your sanity, setting boundaries because you just don't have the energy to give someone what they're asking for, say no. Say yes to yourself, because if you are saying yes to everybody else, you have no time, you have no yeses for yourself. Once you start handing out no's, you're going to have more yeses for yourself. You're going to have more yeses for your inner child, for permission to start healing, permission to start acknowledging your own needs and wants, and not always ignoring and abandoning what you need and want because you're too busy tending to people around you. You cannot heal, you cannot have a fulfilled life if you never fill your own cup. I know everyone says this, but it's super important. Say yes to yourself. That is all I have for today. Thank you for being a part of what I'm doing here. And I always want to hear anything about your own adventures, about what you're doing in your healing journey, about what realizations are you making, what is working for you. I want to know what's working for you because I could apply it to my own self. I'm always open to learning different techniques of self-love, self-care, healing, growth. So leave me a comment, email me, whatever. And yes, look forward to hearing from everyone. Have a good one.